Before we get today's episode started, I just want to send out some prayers and love to the country of Slovenia. They are experiencing devastating floods out there, and I just wanted to send my well wishes to all the families and friends and Luka fans, non-Luka fans, everyone in Slovenia that is impacted. Obviously, anything that happens to that country just through the connection that we have had with them as being Mavs fans through Luka, it matters to us as well. So I hope everything eventually resides and things get back to normal in Slovenia. So I just wanted to start the video with that, and hopefully everyone feels the same. What's up, everybody? It's your boy TGK here with the third episode of What's Up with the Mavs. We got a special one today, but before we get started, you already know we got to light up Hallelujah. And just like that, roll the intro. All right, before we get started and get into all the things I've been able to compile, I wanted to get into something that I forgot to talk about last week, and that is Dorian Finney-Smith's father was granted conditional freedom by the Virginia Parole Board on Wednesday after serving over 28 years in prison. The report goes, Dorian Finney-Smith, former team the Dallas Mavericks, assisted him in his quest to help secure his father's freedom. According to Brad Townsend of the Dallas Mavericks News, Mavericks Governor Mark Cuban, General Manager Nico Harrison, and other franchise leaders all provided written testimonials during Smith's hearing, all vouching for Finney-Smith's character. Finney-Smith was joined at the hearing by Harrison and Mark Cuban's company's Chief of Staff Jason Luton, while his former head coach Rick Carlisle joined the hearing virtually. I'm just happy we could help, Cuban told Townsend. We are indescribably appreciative to Mr. Kilgore and glad for Dodo, Finney-Smith's nickname, and his dad, Doe, is a special guy. He deserves this. Luton played a major role in the hearing, helping Finney-Smith prepare the legal case to help set his father free. The pair turned to former Virginia Attorney General Jerry Kilgore, now a partner at law firm Cozen O'Connor, who agreed to take on the case pro bono. Luton's the GOAT. He's that dude, Finney-Smith told Townsend. Jason told me you're always family, and he backed it up for sure. He could have put it on the back burner, especially after I got traded. For the majority of the 30-year-old Finney-Smith's life, his father was in prison. Smith will now live with Finney-Smith's mother, Desiree, and cousin, Frank Smith, a retired police officer, in a home owned by Finney-Smith. Smith will also participate in Finney-Smith's Finney Family First Foundation. Finney-Smith, now a member of the Brooklyn Nets after being traded as part of last season's Kyrie Irving deal, expressed gratitude for the efforts of his former team in his father's case. Dodo stated, I appreciate everything the Dallas Mavericks did behind closed doors, the whole situation, he said. I'm always going to have love for Dallas and the organization. Now that is a great story. Love the fact that the Dallas Mavericks were able to do that and help assist Dorian Finney-Smith get his father out of jail or grant him some freedom on parole. It's a good story to hear. It's about time that we have some good, some good news, some good stuff coming from the Dallas Mavericks. And this was one of those really, really nice ones that you didn't see coming. Obviously, they've been working behind the scenes without throwing it out there and, making themselves as far as like, look at me, look at what we're doing. So shout out to the Dallas Mavericks for doing something right, helping out Dorian Finney-Smith. I'm pretty sure this goes a long way, not only for Dorian Finney-Smith, but just for the Mavericks in general. It kind of helps the perception that they have built over the last decade with having so many scandals. Now they're able to start stockpiling good efforts and good deeds for the organization and just really start to bring what the organization used to be, what the organization used to mean, where it was a very transparent organization, Mark Cuban being that thoroughbred that he was, just doing good things for the community. They always do, but this one was extra special, and I'm pretty sure it was very, very much so extra special for the Dorian Finney-Smith family. Love this story. All right, if you've been living under a rock, Dirk Nowitzki is going to be enshrined into the Hall of Fame August 12th, but prior to his ceremony, he selected two former teammates. Here's a report. The Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame announced details for the upcoming enshrinement ceremony for the class of 2023, including the former inductees selected to present the new class. Among them, Dirk Nowitzki selected former teammates Steve Nash and Jason Kidd to join him in the ceremony slated for August 12th in Springfield, Massachusetts at Symphony Hall. Now, that's pretty cool to see. The two point guards that he had quite a bit of run with. I would have liked to see Jason Terry there, but I know their relationship for some reason soured over the years. But it's cool to see Steve Nash and Jason Kidd will be there for Dirk Nowitzki when it's time to be enshrined into the Hall of Fame. So August 12th, y'all check that out. Yo, so I was in the middle of editing this video and I saw this tweet by Theo Pinson. Theo, you were valued, bro, but for some reason, politics. However, I need you to hop on my channel, man. So whenever you get a chance, hit me up. We can set something up. We'd love to interview you, talk about, talk about stuff. But anyway, let's get back to the video. So while Dirk is prepping for his Hall of Fame, he's been doing several interviews, and he spoke about some of the more gut-wrenching performances that he's had in his career. Here's one piece of that. Dirk stated, "It would have been unbelievable to win in 06 and then losing in the first round in 07 to the Warriors. Those were some tough losses. Gut-wrenching to the point where I was embarrassed and disappointed and didn't want to leave the house for a couple of weeks." Nowitzki shared on NBA.com. That just goes to show that the dude played everything and gave everything to the Dallas Mavericks. The fact that he's still upset about those losses. I know he's probably speaking of them in general, but like we felt it, and especially like for me, I was at my prom night in 2007, first round, and we're getting spanked by the Warriors. Like that was just, I was more concerned about the playoffs and what the hell was going on with the Mavericks than I was my actual prom. That's how much I was invested in the team. I'm pretty sure there's hundreds of thousands of people invested in a team like that. But to really come off of that finals loss to then lose in 07 like that, it was some dark times if you were a Dallas Mavericks fan in that time span. So for him to speak on it and to really express how he felt during that time, he felt just like we did. So that's good to know that. We never questioned it, but it's good to know Dirk felt just how we felt during those times. All right, I want to get into this dumb rumor that I heard. It is a dumb rumor, so let's go ahead and let's get into it. Here's a screenshot right here. Via fadeaway world, in quotations, LeBron was still pushing for Kyrie as recently as of this offseason. I don't know why I read it that way. He's made it very clear that he and Kyrie have made up. LeBron has been very keen on potentially playing with Kyrie. I would not be surprised if those rumors up again closer to the trade deadline, depending on what happens at Dallas. Irving's first few months in Dallas went terribly. The team missed the play-in tournament despite being considered dark horse contenders. There are still questions about how Irving and Luka will mesh offensively since both are ball-dominant guards. So this is just more regurgitated articles of old narratives. Now the idea is, how can we get Kyrie to the Lakers at the deadline? Like, they are not going to stop. This is always going to be a thing. I think if you're a Dallas Mavericks fan, I think we just need to get used to it. The idea of LeBron and Kyrie playing together is going to be a thing until it is not. So, for example, if LeBron comes to Dallas next year on a super cheap deal, the narrative ends. We get to move on. But do not let these narratives, do not let these articles and these dumb rumors mess with you, because it's just Laker fans creating Laker articles to get more Laker comments. So don't fall for it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so the other day, Luka Doncic played in a game. He got hurt, and they took him out of the game. These games are exhibition games. Then he came into the next game, gave you a triple-double. I had a question where, if he is getting hurt, what is the point of playing him in these games when the team around him is not as strong as he is? And now he's going to go into these World Cups playing his tail off, trying to win. I'm just kind of concerned sometimes when he gets hurt or he's playing out there on a team that doesn't have the opportunity to contend. However, he played amazing in that second game after he got hurt. However, this Saturday, August 12th, 2:30 p.m. Central Time, they are taking on the United States team against Jalen Brunson. So that is something to look forward to. Luka versus Jalen Brunson, Saturday afternoon. Gotta check that out. All right, so for the Dallas Mavericks training camp, there are two signees. One is Joe Westcamp and Greg Brown III. Brown, he played his first two seasons with the Portland Trail Blazers, averaged 1.8 points, 1.2 rebounds in 16 games. And then Westcamp, he was drafted in the second round by the Spurs in 2021, played 29 games with the Spurs as a rookie. In the G League, he averaged 14.5 points and 5.6 rebounds, and he shot 38% from downtown. So those are your new signees. It's not Clint Capella. It's not a trade. It's not something that you probably would be looking forward to. But yeah, that's that. And the last thing on today's episode, guys, it is 2K. If you're a hooper, if you play 2K, did you see Luka's overall rating? The overall rating came out and they gave Luka a overall rating of 95 for the 2K24 edition of the NBA game that they have. That was crazy because when you compare it to the previous seasons, let me show you. Compared to the previous seasons, last year, Luka was 95. The year before, 94. The year before, 94. The year before that, 87. In his rookie year, he was 79. When you go back and look at last year's rating, that is the rating he got before the season started. And you look at this year and the rating he got is the exact same rating, but he improved. He was way better than he was last year statistically. Yet, he's still a 95. I thought he should have been like a 96, maybe a 97, because Nikola was like a 98, and there was a bunch of other players that were like 96s, and there was about like 5 or 6 players above Luka in that range, which made absolutely no sense to me. But Luka being a 95, I guess it is what it is. But moving forward, I know that Luka's going to start at being 97, 90. It don't matter. It really don't matter. It's 2K, dogs. But I just wanted to point that out so y'all can see what the hell I be seeing and how frustrating it could be, because I want Luka to be recognized as one of the best players in the league, and he should be. But, you know, politics and whatever the case may be. Anyway, guys, it's been episode 3 of What's Up with the Mavs. It's been your boy TGK. If y'all have any comments, questions, whatever the case may be, document them or comment them down below. Leave a like on the video, subscribe. Let me know any other versions of this episode that you want me to apply, anything you want me to change, anything you want me to add. This is your show. It's been your boy TGK. I appreciate y'all watching. Until then, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. We out.